Want to know something? Sales will change your life. And I don't mean it in this a catchphrase or, a little buzzword that people throw out there. No, I genuinely mean it. Sales will change your life. You want to know why? Because it did mine. You see, I've spoken about my journey on several occasions, speaking about how I actually ended up getting into sales and what my first month was like and what my first sales calls was like. However, I didn't really get to explain how it can actually change your life. Right now, if you're watching this, you've probably tried Shopify, you've probably tried to trade, you've probably bought like a course for $9.97 or those like $18 ones. You've tried everything, but you've failed. You didn't really manage to take it all the way. You didn't manage to make a mass success of it. And you're wondering, what is going to be that thing that ends up changing my life? For me, that was sales. I want you to think about this. I was a kid that was, 16, 17 years old, trying different businesses, making a couple $100s here and there. But my ambitions were so far beyond that it didn't even really mean anything to me. I tried the drop shipping, I tried the trading, I tried crypto, I tried looking into the meme coins. Whatever I tried to do would just not work. I still felt stuck, I still had to work, and I didn't have that freedom that I was so heavily chasing. And that was all until I got into sales. So let's talk about the main differences that you're going to see and how it's actually going to change your life. Number one is, of course, freedom. There is no single job out there that gives you this much freedom with this much of pay. I was literally able to work from anywhere I wanted to. Matter of fact, I remember very clearly in my first year of sales, I went on holiday and ended up working whilst I was on my trip and covered my flight expenses, my food expenses, my accommodation expenses, and still had money left over. I was literally able to be on a holiday whilst I was working. There are not many other things you can do that give you these perks. So that's number one. You will find an insanely increased amount of freedom and control of your life. Number two, finances. Wow, you would not believe the difference that sales actually ended up making for me in terms of finances. I was so traumatized financially when I got into sales that every time I would get a commission for, let's say, $600, I would automatically think to myself, oh, okay, that's my car bill paid. If I got a commission for like 300, oh my god, that's basically half of my car bill paid for the next month. If I got a commission for $1,000, oh, that's the rent covered. That's how I would think. I had such a negative relationship with money because before sales, I would literally be able to gather up just enough so I can pay everything off and then we're back to zero the next month. And I know that a lot of you feel this way. Well, you very quickly begin to realize that once you start performing in your role, this fear of not being able to pay the bills or having this feeling of scarcity all the times, it slowly begins to disappear. And that's exactly what happened for me. And to be honest, I would say this is my favorite change. Like even beyond the freedom, yeah, freedom is amazing, but not having to think about money and bills in the same sentence all of the damn time is a very, very freeing thing. And once again, look, money is a tool. The same way we differentiate freedom and money. Well, without money, it's very difficult for you to have freedom. So they go hand in hand. And last but not least, skills and attributes. I can't begin to emphasize how much sales has changed me as a person for the better. I learned how to send out invoices. I learned how tax works in different countries. I learned how to collect wire payments from all across the world. I learned how to communicate with people from all backgrounds, all ages, all over the world. It was absolutely an incredible piece of training almost. To put it simply, in 2.5 years of sales, I learned more than I ever have in any classroom, in any school. And if you asked me to put a number on the knowledge, like put a monetary value on the knowledge that I've gained, it would honestly be priceless. Because me doing sales is the only reason I was able to start a business and actually find success with it. If you don't know, I'm the owner of Fastlane. Just in the last couple of months, we've been able to help over 1,200 people just like you get into remote sales. I would not have been able to do that if I didn't gain the experience that I did by failing so many times. So if you're anything like me, the biggest changes that you are going to see are in these three things, and these are the changes that you're going to appreciate the most. I hope this gave you a bit more of an insight and it wasn't one of those dopamine videos where it's like, oh, top 5 things you need to know in remote sales. So if it did and you did get value from the video, then make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you have any more questions. If you are interested in joining our free community on School, it will be in the link below. Other than that, I'll see you on the next video. Take care.